All right, welcome everybody to another edition of Webinar Wednesday. It's great to be with everyone here today. Hope you all had a good last 2 weeks. We're going to give everyone just another moment to get logged in here. I want to say hi to a few familiar names and faces out there. Ryan, thank you for joining the webinar. Stephen and Terry, good to see you here. Vladimir and Will, great to have you here as well. Let's see if we have any new names here. We have Colette from New Zealand. Glad you could join us. Dale and Deborah, good to see you, and also our good friend from South Africa, Franco. All right, we'll get started in just a few moments, so grab a bag of popcorn, a glass of water, a cup of coffee. We will begin in just a moment. Thanks, guys. All right, let's dive right into it. Welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday, tips to help grow your online community. We should have a quick webinar today. We have a few key points to cover, and we should have some extra time for some Q&A towards the end. If this is your first time joining, welcome. I am Jason there on the left, and we are lucky to be joined by David Rockland, the digital strategist here, at Brilliant Directories. David, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Glad to be back with you for another Webinar Wednesday. Got big number 120 here this week.
Oh, 120. Wow. All right. I just remember it was webinar 100, I think around October of last year. So it's good to see that things are moving along steady. I always like to mention, if you're not already part of our Facebook group, we do invite you to join. You can head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook and just click on the blue join button. It's a great way to keep the conversations going in between the webinar Wednesdays. Lots of great questions and constructive feedback is provided in there by fellow BDers. So we do look forward to seeing you there. And for those of you joining for the first time, welcome. Just a little bit about Webinar Wednesdays. We do talk about membership website strategies. What we do like to do is kind of show you how some of the newer features that are baked into the platform week after week can be utilized to help you grow your community. So we like to cover topics on how some of those features can help you increase traffic or convert visitors into subscribers or paying members. And some of the ways you can improve your website's flow and navigation. So if you have questions on these topics or anything else about your BD website, we'll do our best to get to as many questions as we can in just a few moments. Okay, and we have a small handful of BD Lab updates to share with everyone. We did post some of these in the Facebook group as they were released, not all of them, but some of them. There were a few extra ones, but they were just on the cusp of we're making some final tweaks to them, so I left them out of this list. I'll save them for the next webinar, but I'll quickly breeze through this list and kind of show you some of the newer features that are available for everyone. Some of them are new features, some of them are just quality of life things like the dashboard quick links there. So we'll start with the top one there. We all now have the ability to add very simple but powerful validation for some of your form fields in your form manager. So we can dive in there and I can show you a few examples of how you can use the form validation options on your website. This would be more helpful for developers, but I think everyone might be able to take one or two benefits from this as well. So let's take a look at that in an admin area as a sample here. So this would be in your toolbox and your form manager. Just to be clear, let's say you create a form like this, a new form. This is a very basic one, just asking for name and email and a message. However, you might create a more complex form or a survey on your website. And let's see how some of those validation options work. So I have a custom form here, sample test form. I'll just go ahead and edit this form. And actually a validation option all of us have always had is the option to make a field required. So that is still here. It's technically a validation option. And we'll just focus on the first field here, or the second one, I guess, enter name. So where you'll find these validation options, and it's per field, so you can set different validation options for enter name or enter email, or if you're asking them to input a number of some sort. Here under the actions dropdown, we now all have validation options. And if you want, the way you can validate things are the options below, but just to turn on validations, you can turn them on or off with this toggle. So maybe you want to save your work, you don't want to make a field have the validation settings just yet, you can toggle this on or off. I'll keep it on for now. So the first one here are min max characters. So we do see this a lot for the writer review, or also the member's short description. There's a maximum character value of 170. If you ever wanted to modify that, you would have to email in to our support team. But now you can do it on your own. If you have that form customized on your site, you can just change the maximum characters allowed. So in this case, I've entered 3 as the minimum, and I'll set a maximum as 10. Now this is the really cool part. You can choose your own error message if these requirements are not met. So this is the first name or whatever. So I'm going to say maximum 3, minimum 3, and maximum 10. I could say something like must be, let's say, between 3 to 10 characters in length, something like that. I'll go ahead and save these changes. And I do have this test form here, and I'll refresh the page. And we can see as I type, there is my error message right there, must be between 3 and 10 characters in length. And until that requirement is met, the submit button will remain disabled. So I'll just put a few things in there. And now the submit message is allowed, and I'll just keep putting some characters in there. So there I have my error message. The next one here, and we'll continue along the way, validation options. This one is if you need a numerical value range. So let's say you need them to choose on a scale of 1 to 10, and you're having them input the option. You can set a minimum of, for example, 1 and a maximum of 10. And then you can say the same thing, value must be within 1 through 10 as an example. So because this is a numerical value range, it's really just looking for numbers. So now it makes this a numbers only field. So if you really wanted to just make this a numbers only field as well, you could do something like 0 to 999999999. So something along those lines. But in this case, we'll just do 1 through 10. And we'll check that out together, and I'll get rid of this validation here, the min-max characters. So I'll put a letter in here, and it says value must be within 1 through 10. I'll put the number 5 in here, and we don't have the validation warning as well. So pretty straightforward there. The last one is more for developers. I'm not too familiar with it, but there are combinations of regular expression rules you can create that will only allow certain ranges or certain strings or phrases to be entered into the field. So this last one here is really for developers who are familiar with creating regex rules, and that will unlock a wealth of functionality for you to add validation to these form fields. So this is available for everyone now, if and when you need it. All right, the next one is for a bit of quality life on the admin dashboard area when you log into your site. There's now quick links to get to your new signups within the last 7 days and 30 days. And there is a badge that shows you the total count of your pending items. So let's take a look at that together as well. We can go to the dashboard here. All right, and I'll scroll down just a bit. So the snapshots here, you have your payments received and the upcoming and past due and refunded payments. These are all clickable. These were always here, but they weren't clickable, the member snapshot. So now you can quickly click to, and it's really fun to do that if you have an active site. You can click here, joined last 7 days, and it'll take you to your search members page in your admin area, and it'll show you the members who joined within 7 days or 30 days respectively based on the button that you click here. So a nice little fun tool there. And of course, you'll always have the count there as well. And then over here for your pending items, we just show a badge that would count, that add up all the moderation tasks that you have as the website owner. If you have new inquiries from your website contact us form, if there are leads that need to be matched, member reviews that need to be moderated, same with posts, and if you have any past due invoices from members, it would count the total here in the badge. So that's also pretty cool. Obviously, we want to keep this list nice and tidy. All right, this one is more of a design UI update. Some of us have the predictive website keyword search add-on on our websites. And what it does is if you start typing in a keyword, it will suggest results based on what you're typing. And sometimes images are included in those suggestions. I can show an example here on our demo site. I'll just type the word dog in. And the update here is the images would be different sizes, rectangles, squares, skinny, wide, based on how they were uploaded. And now they're going to be uniform circles that focus on the center of the image. So no matter what you're searching, it will always be a uniform result here with the images as far as the suggestions. Let's take a look at coupons here. And I think, well, these are all different coupons. I'll search the word on. And we can see here we have uniform circles here as well. All right, let's keep things moving along. All right, this one, for those of you that have the download digital products add-on, something pretty cool here. So with the download digital products add-on, you can create additional things visitors or members can purchase on the site that are separate from your membership plans. And that's really cool because you can sell a phone call service, a 30-minute consultation of some sort. You can also sell access to some of your protected web pages. And I know, Ryan, by the way, side note, you did ask if you can kind of spoof a member purchasing a digital product. We're working on a solution for that, for the ability to do that. With this update, when you protect a web page so that only buyers of a specific digital product can access it, now there's a button that says click for access, which takes the visitor to the page where they could buy the digital product. It's easier if I show you an example of this. So let's see, this would be, let's go to the web page builder. Let's protect a page first. And let's actually look at the digital product. Go to manage posts. We'll look, we have one digital product example on this site, how to write an ebook. We can look at the detail page. So it's $100. This is obviously just a sample here that we created. So if people buy this digital product, we can protect web pages so that only people who have purchased this digital product have access to those additional web pages. You might include additional resources on there, videos, private videos, and things of that nature. So what we can do is we can go to the web page builder, and we have a page here, protected page for buyers. We'll just edit this one. And what you'll have is the protect page option. And if you have the members only add-on, you'll have that, or the digital products add-on, you'll have this. Only allow digital product buyers. And if you have multiple digital products, you will choose from the drop-down the digital product that is associated with protecting this page. So only buyers of this digital product, how to write an ebook, can access this page. So if we go to view this page, and this is the new update, very small but very helpful. Prior to this, you only had a message saying you do not have access to view this page. That was all that showed there before and displayed there before. We've now added a button that says click for access, which will link you to the digital product. So if people are trying to access the page, maybe they got the link from a friend or a buddy, and they haven't themselves purchased the digital product, they can now link to the page. It's not just telling them that they don't have access. Small update, but it can help increase the sale of that digital product. And those are both text labels. You do not have access to this page, or click for access. So if you wanted to kind of jazz up this text and make it a little more exciting and encouraging for people to click for access, you can certainly do so in the text labels. All right, this next one actually came up the last month or two in the Facebook group a couple times. We're all familiar with the homepage streaming widgets. You can stream your blog articles on the homepage. You can choose to stream your coupons, and we are all familiar with hovering over it and then clicking on the View More button. However, for some that was a bit cumbersome. So what we've done is we've taken that feedback and we've actually improved that a bit for everyone. And I think the best example would be from the demo site. Let me go to here. So now you can hover, of course, on the streaming. Let's go down here. So here's top level categories. So you can hover, it pops up more details about what you're looking at. Prior to this, you would have to click on the green button or whatever button color you selected here. Now the entire element is clickable right from the bat. So this should be helpful in people clicking into the detail page of what they're looking at a bit easier. So I don't have to click on the green button down here, although you certainly can. It's a good call to action. You can click anywhere on the element. Let's take a look at that on the coupons or the events theme here. Yeah, so I can just click anywhere that I choose to. So we'll click on Disneyland Diamond Days and we are there. So just a little bit of improvement there from the visitor's perspective. All right, this next one also came from the Facebook group. We have 3 advanced settings where you can choose to display additional member data in the member search result pages. You can choose to display their position, their top category, or their subcategories. And I'll show you where you can do that, and we can look at it before and after. So it just depends on what's important for you to show your visitors based on the information your members have entered for themselves. Let's take a look at the member search results here. All right, so this is with all of them disabled by default. That's how they are right now. And we can see here, it's just our standard search results page. Let's go ahead and enable all of them. So this would be in the advanced settings, and a quick way to find all 3 of them would just use the keyword filter and search for in_results. So we can do that together now. We can go to our advanced settings. And I will search for in_results here. Okay, great. So we have show member position in search results. Granted, if they've had to have entered a position, like I'm the owner of, or I'm the marketing expert at so-and-so. Show subcategory in member search results, and show top category in member search results. So we'll enable all 3 of these and save the changes. And I'll refresh this page. Okay, and we can see they're neatly stacked up here. It'll start with the position, the top category, and the subcategories, which are specialties, as the text label, and it'll list them here. So this could be useful. It just depends on, again, what's important for you to share with your visitors, but it is a good way to kind of dress up your search results pages, and arguably in some cases it's probably good for SEO as well. In some cases, it technically adds more unique content to the search result pages. So again, the quick way to find that is in your advanced settings and do the keyword filter for in_results, and you should be able to find all 3 of those. So I know that was a mouthful there. what we can do is maybe take some questions about some of these updates, if you have any related questions, and then we can move on over to the Q&A. So let's see who has their hand up here. So a few hands up there. You can raise them again. Our good friend Peter.
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent. How are you, Peter?
Really good. Hey, I love that last one, the advanced settings and the in search results too. There was some things I wanted to customize there, but it's great that it's out of the box now. So that's really good. But my question, just back to the digital downloads, because it's something I've run into a problem a few times, and maybe I'm missing something. I've got, paying members within our community who I want to have access to everything. And if we had additional resources available for them to download, I'd want them to be able to have free access to those. However, I've also got, free audience that aren't members that might want to just purchase, say, a digital download. For example, I'm thinking an event. So if I wanted an event available for all of my community members who are paying to be able to attend, they could go. And also, if there are members of the public who just wanted to pay to go to the event and use the digital download, then that would be cool too. But I've run into I don't think you're able to protect a page by both member tier and digital download. Is that right? Is it one or the other?
It is one or the other. And the alternative, I'm trying to think, what Ryan was saying in the previous webinar is a way to grant access to either members or individual members or a membership plan to digital products automatically, even if they haven't purchased it. I guess that's a good question for you. Would it be more valuable to grant access to an individual, so you can maybe, to John Smith, or would it be more useful to grant access to one of those protected digital product pages to a membership plan?
I guess in my use case, it would be I'd want all of my members to be able to have access to it, because it's kind of like, you could buy just the one item, like you could buy individual items, or you could just buy the whole bundle and get everything access, for free as part of that. So I guess the way I'm working around it at the moment with other platforms, I'd love to be able to just centralize it all into.
Gotcha. There's a few ways to do this beyond what it can do right now. I may want to chat with Ryan off the webinar and see what ideas he had for this, but basically how to grant access to the protected digital download static pages. Okay.
One thing I have got, which y'all can actually customize for me, which works really well, is for particular posts. So I can make posts and then grant specific users access to those posts if I wanted to, but that's for quite a specific use case for me, for
Gotcha.
anything. But I think generally being able to do that would be really useful. So, yeah, but loving all these updates. Yeah.
Thank you. No, that's a good suggestion. This has come up a few times now, and we're trying to figure out the best direction for that. So thank you for the feedback. We have our good friend Pauline. Looks like you're self-muted, Pauline.
Hi there. Good evening.
Good evening.
Really excited about the advanced setting discussion there. Wondering if the addition of a subcategory might be a consideration, because that's actually where some key information is for us on our site. So to be able to have position, top category, sub, and then a sub.
So what you might be able to do, give me 1 second here. We do have some, sorry. I'm just searching one thing here. I'm going to get back to you on that. We do have a way where you can, because this is mixing sub and subs in here. There is a way to format it to choose what you want it to display.
Okay.
If you want to ask it in the Facebook group, we do have documentation on it. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for,
Okay.
but what it allows you to do is a few things. It allows you to limit how many to display, because if someone selected like 50 of them, it might ruin the design of the search results page. So with what I'm thinking we have it allows you to choose like how many to display, how to order them, like alphabetically A to Z or Z to A. and then also to make them into links or just keep them as plain texts. So we have a setting for that somewhere. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but if you want to ask in the Facebook group, I can get back to you later after the webinar.
Great, thank you kindly.
Okay, good question there. Yeah, we actually have something. It's a setting that like these subcategories are listed here. You can actually, it's an advanced setting. It's just not off the top of my head. You can choose what order to display them, if they're going to be clickable or just plain text, and also how many to display max in areas like this. So yeah, I do want to find that out for you guys. It looks like we have one more handout. Make sure I get to Colette here. It looks like you're self-muted, Colette.
Hi, Jason. How are
Hey.
you?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing over there?
Very good, thanks.
Okay.
Jason, just vaguely related to the new signups within 7 and 30 days. Is there a way to show which members have upgraded in the last 7 to 30 days?
Actually, that is a good suggestion. One second. I think we spoke about this in the, let me just check a couple things. Member account status. Okay, we have some search filters here. We don't have it. We don't have a way. We can search. Oh, no, this is, you have a way to search for invoice types like refunded invoices or paid invoices, and the member's account status, which be active, but the in between, which is upgraded, you may be able to go to your activity tracker, Colette. This might not, again, not the ideal thing you're looking for, and you may be able to look for upgraded here and maybe filter. There is no export here or anything. It's just
Okay, that might work for me. I'll try that. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. If you can do an upgrade on your site, or just come here and search for the word upgrade or upgraded and see if there's any tracking for that. I believe there is, and you might get a gauge of it tells you who the person is.
Super. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay, good stuff here. I'm actually going to make a note of that as well. Search for upgraded status within XX days. Okay, thank you for that. And we don't have a tip of the week this week. We had all those updates. Just wanted to make sure I had enough time to answer your questions and get to them. However, what we can do now is open it up. If you have any questions or need assistance with your BD website, I'm happy to take a crack at it and see if we can help you with your site right now. Let me see. Got a few hands up. All right, we got Sharon here. Sharon, looks like you're self-muted there.
Hello.
How are you today? Oh, looks like we lost your audio, Sharon. You there with us, Sharon? Okay, looks like, sounds like, well, no sound, but sounds like Sharon's having a technical difficulty there. We'll come back to you, Sharon, if you just want to check your microphone connection one more time. And Ryan, we'll move on to you, Ryan.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Pretty good. How's it going, buddy?
Good. If you want to go to the advanced settings, just the keyword is sub-level with a space in between. Those are the two settings that you were referencing before.
Thank you.
Let's check
it out.
Just to answer your question, the first one's the category display limit in the search results for those sub-levels. But the other one should just be, capital SUB and then capital L. I don't know if that makes, I think that makes a difference in the search.
Is there a hyphen in there? Oh, here. Yeah, sub-level category to display limit 3.
And,
Yeah, there
and
was
then the
some-
other one,
okay.
the other one is the show only subcategories on member profiles, but it's not the search results. It's only the member profiles, and it's only in the specialties tab. So that you can edit that in the search results, but I think you have to tweak the code on that just to show the subcategories. I don't think there's a setting for that one, but
Gotcha. Good to know. So like potential option. So it might just make sense to have a separate one to display subs in search results. Okay. Good stuff. And then, yeah, we can
on the other item, I guess, with talking about the level access for the digital downloads for your ease of development, probably both would be good use cases, because I know what he's saying, where maybe you want to have certain resources available for an entire membership level, but there may also be a use case where you want to give somebody access to without having to shift them up to a higher premium membership level that does have access to everything, and just give them access, grant them access to a particular purchase without having to have them pay for it. So probably both, I guess. But.
Gotcha. So just basically a checkbox list of all the digital products on the site, and then you just check off the access they would have, just like that. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Always thank you for the feedback, Ryan. Appreciate it. All right. We got our good friend Roy here. Looks like you're self-muted, Roy. Let's see. Did I lose you there, Roy? Let's try again. All right. Looks like you're. Hey, Roy. How are you? I can hear you. Yes.
Hi, very well. Yeah, very well. Thank you very much. And I hope you are as well. I've got a question on relating to searches or the functionality. I'm looking at my job search search results page, and I've got a sidebar with a search widget in it, and it's titled Job Listing Search, keyword, city or postcode, type of employment, and then category. I wanted to edit the category, and I know that with property search, which is similar, I've gone to the form manager and zipped down there and edited the different elements. But I can't find it on my featured jobs form page.
Happy to show.
Help me to point it out.
Absolutely. I can show you exactly where that is, Roy. So to edit those categories, you want to go to My Content in your sidebar here and go to Edit Post Settings. And once you're there, what's helpful is you can do the search filter here. So I'll just search for jobs, and I have the post type here for job listing. And when you edit this one, edit your job listing post type, it's a comma separated list of your post categories. So you can come here, Roy, and you can add categories, modify them. Just make sure that each category is separated by a comma, and that will be reflected not only in the choices that the members have when they're publishing a job post, they can select from this category list, but this will also automatically update the search module so that the search module lists the category list that you've entered here for your jobs. So updating it here would update the selections, the options the members have when publishing, as well as the search module category dropdown as well. Good question there. We do get that from time to time. Let's see, Sharon typed her question is, she said, how can I activate only one click for homepage streaming content? And she put her website, marketplace .free. Let me try typing that in. Marketplace.free. I want to help you out here, Sharon. Everyone, if you could just give me 1 second, I will help Sharon out here with it. She wants to activate the one click on the streaming widgets. Let's see if I can help you out here. Okay, I hope you're following us here, Sharon. Check out your home page. Okay, here we go. Freelance Ace, that's what it is. The vowels in the URL threw me off there. Okay, marketplace.freelanceace.com. So unless if you have customized them before, then you're not going to get the update. Let me just check a couple things if you've customized this widget. So these are not clickable off the bat. Yeah, this has been customized, so you didn't get the update. However, we can see what's different, what's missing, and potentially add it for you. Let's see if we can troubleshoot this for you real quick. We'll go to the difference checker. It tells you the difference between some of the code. Now, if you don't remember why you customized this, perhaps you would like to. Yeah, it looks like you have. Yeah, if you don't remember why you customized this widget, you might want to just disable it. It looks like our standard widget here, but just as troubleshooting, let's just not delete it, but disable it just to see. We can use the disable tool here. And that will temporarily disable your customized widget. We can actually compare it side by side. I'll duplicate this tab here. Okay, widget disabled. Just for good measure, I like to refresh the website cache. And oh, look, now it's clickable, Sharon. So you can keep it disabled. It's this Bootstrap theme displays sub-level colors. I'll keep it disabled for you. You can choose to re-enable it if you've done any. I don't see any difference between the two, your customized one and the default one. So if you want, you can just keep it disabled or delete the disabled one, but now it is working as it should. And I really like how you use the custom content areas here to kind of jazz up the home page as well with some good calls to action. So really nice work there, Sharon. All right, no mic for Sharon, but happy we were able to help. Let's see who else has their hand up. Our good friend, Brian. Looks like you're self-muted there, Brian. How's it going?
Pretty good, and you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going today?
Pretty good, and you?
Excellent, staying busy.
I had a couple of quick questions. One was like a update I think would be kind of cool to have. Is, you know how like you guys made the 5 custom things, and then that area you allowed for like rearranging, like drag and drop kind of thing?
Yes.
I think that same thing would be kind of cool. Like, you know how you have the image slider and you have like 8 of them now? Like if you could drag and drop those around.
Oh, I see. Let me, yes. The on the homepage background images, the order of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, slightly. So drag and drop the homepage background image slider elements in design settings. That's pretty cool. Okay.
And then another thing was actually about what you were trying to say in the search results, how you can show top category and subcategory.
Yes.
I don't see an option in my advanced settings to do for the top category.
Can we check it out together?
Sure.
What's your site?
My site is bar, B-A-R, and A-N-D, club, CLUB.com.
Gotcha. All right, let's check that out together and see if we can find it. Let's check out your search results page first. I'll just do an open search for members here. Oh, great looking site. Makes me want to go out.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So you've done some you've done some customizations here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. If you've done a customizations, again, we never impose our code on your customized areas. So again, we can look at the default code and add what's missing here. But let's first look at your advanced setting.
Yeah, I just wasn't seeing it under that section because
Gotcha.
when I enabled the sub, then it showed right up. I don't really have all of that area customized. It's only a little bit of stuff is customized in there, but not that area.
No problem. I can add for you the part that's missing, because it is just a little customized. It's a recent update, so you wouldn't have received it. But let me get it for you here.
Cool.
All right. Let me do a couple things. I'm gonna open up 2 of these. So this is your current member listings search results code. So this is code where developers love to dive in. What we're going to do on this tab is restore the member listings code and click on restore. Don't worry, we have a backup saved here. And we're going to go into the code right over here. And we should be good with what you're missing, which are these 2. Top category and position. Let's add that into your default code here. That will be right here. Lots of settings for things, but sometimes it's code. All right, let's save those changes now. And are your fingers crossed?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Okay, let's refresh one more time. Wait. That is, yeah, that they have, you have the advanced settings enabled. I would have to take a deeper look. That was about my limit on testing it out here. Oh, I see you already have that here. I would I'd choose to revert this and come back to it for you. If you want to ask in the Facebook group, I'll be happy to spend a few more minutes on it and get it working for you.
Do you know what the name for the actual thing? Because I could probably figure it out. Just
yeah, it's this right here. What we're looking at. This is for the position one. If member position show member position in search results and the member has a position, then display it. This is if showed the top level category and the member has it, display it is here. So this is it here.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't in the search results when I go to the advanced settings, and then I typed in results like you said, and then is the service area results, is that the top category? Because I only see subcategories in mine.
Yeah, it looks like your code is just showing the subcategory. I'd have to take a deeper look at it. We're playing in the code here, and one, I don't want to mess anything up on your site. And like what I did was fine. It was a quick try, but if you want to ask in the Facebook group, happy to take a deeper look and see where this is coming from, and make sure you have the code there to get your top category showing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, just ask in the Facebook group. I'll take a look at it for you. All right, good stuff there. All right, code attempt, it didn't work out. That's okay. That happens on the webinars. We've got our really good friend Graham here. Graham, you're unmuted. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. We got time for a question from you.
Okay, it's just I'm just wondering. I'm looking at the Facebook page there, and I see somebody asked about whether we can maybe put some videos in the profile instead of photographs. Obviously, we're not wanting to put anything too big in there, but you know, maybe like a 10-second video or something. Is that maybe in the future?
So there's a couple things you can do right off the bat. It may or may not be the position you'd want it, but there are a few things you can do right now.
Okay.
If I can show you them just real quick. Give me one moment here.
My directories about martial arts. It's quite, you know, the guys that do it are quite active and explosive. I just think for some profiles in some industries that might add really eye-popping.
So okay, so that's a really good point. Some websites, the important thing on the profile pages are the reviews of the member. Sometimes it's just the information in the overview tab. Sometimes if it's a property listings website, the most important thing are the property listings. So what you can do is you can go to the edit post settings, kind of the same area we were right now. And one is you should encourage your members to upload either photos or videos. What you might want to do is search for example, videos in this quick search here. And let's edit the videos post type. On your profile page, you can choose the order of the tabs. So video will show like 13. You might want to set that to 0. That would be the first spot. So if the member has added videos to their profile, via the video post type, that will be the first tab on their profile page. And what you can do is then you can set photo albums as the second tab on their profile page. So if they have videos, then photos, and then maybe reviews, and then the other overview information. So that's one thing you can do, is arrange the order of the post types, and also then educate your members and encourage them to upload the type of content that will help their profile stand out. The second thing you can do is, again, encouraging them to add videos, is in their About Me section that they write. In their About Me section that they write, you can change the editor, but I think by default they can insert a video here. So you can update the text label. Instead of write about you and your company, you can change this text label, like add a YouTube video and tell us about your, you know, you can tell them to do more than just write about you and your company. Tell them more about the type of stuff you want them to put in here. Because then, and I'll show you this. Let's go to YouTube. Everyone can see the playlist I have here. All right, so we have these mixes here. All right, here's a DJ mix. All right, so what we can do is in our About section is we can add a video. And I'll just go ahead and save those changes here. And if we go to my profile, we can see the video is a bit higher up here, but what's really cool is you can control the order of some of the items in this overview tab, Graham. So let me show you where that would be. So this is membership plan 1. So we'll go ahead and edit that. And membership plan 1, I'm going to go ahead and edit that. And when you're editing a membership plan, there are some profile page settings that you have. And actually the first thing here are what displays in the overview tab. So we can actually move the About Me into the top tab here. And then the other items we can put here. We can even hide sections if we just really want to focus on fewer things. You don't need to have the map and things like that. So I'll just, in this example, I'll hide everything except the About Me. And we'll refresh the page. And we can see here, it is, again, it might not be the exact look you're looking for, but it's something you can do right now to have videos show on the right when you come to the profile page.
Right, I think what you see the top left corner there where you don't have the image next to sample members.
Right.
What would be the chances on getting that set up to have a 10-second video option instead of a photograph?
We don't get that request too often. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one, mainly because generally it's a profile photo. A profile photo there. That if that's critical for you, it's not hard to do, to be honest. It's custom. It depends how you want to do it. How big is the video? What video sources do you allow? What happens when there is no video? Things like that. So that would be good to work with a developer from the marketplace on, just to make sure that they're doing it the way that you'd want it. I'm trying to think of one more thing that might be something realistic that we can do. We do have the profile cover photo add-on where they can add a large header image. We could make an option profile cover photo. It's not, again, I don't know the popularity on it. Profile cover photo to be a video. So those are, again, there's a couple workarounds for you. Put the video tab first, put this here. And that would be all I could recommend for now for you.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Answered actually a few questions without you meaning it as well. So that was good. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Cheers. Good luck to you, Graham.
Thanks.
All right. Good questions there from Graham. All right. We're doing really good on time. We got our good friend Franco here. How's it going, Franco? Looks like you're self-muted. I love the international audience we get on these webinars. It's a lot of fun. Franco, looks like you're self-muted there, so might come back to you. Yeah, we'll come back to you, Franco. I'm going to put your hand down. When you come back, feel free to raise it again. All right. We got a good friend, Rich from Podcasters Directory. Rich, how are you today?
Great. Just a couple of quick questions. Is one on the layout for the the members feature. If you can pull up that original slide screen with some of the new features.
Yeah, I got you.
I made the change for the filter for the end results setting, but I guess it mainly just works if the layout is based on the way they're stacked or whatever, right? If they're a grid form as opposed to I'm not sure. I have to look at my notes what the other is, but
you know what? I haven't even seen it on grid view. Let's take a look at that together.
Yeah, because
I think on grid view, I mean, they would be so tall. I think on grid view, it's just minimized, and it's more minimized information in grid view, anyways. Like so the short description doesn't show in grid view. It's more of just the basic stats of the member.
Yeah, that's just a good observation for people in case they're thinking, they did something wrong, whatever.
Right. No, very true.
Okay. And then the other was on if you go back to the screen, because I'm trying to remember the terminology here, but for the one click, okay, that's just for homepage streaming content, because I have some streaming content, but I even added it to my homepage, and maybe it's my settings or something like that. But when they hover over it, it doesn't go to doesn't generate a one click.
Can we check out your site together?
Let me put it up. If you go to the site, podcastersdirectory.com, and then I'll change the settings, because
just want to make sure it's not customized. So that would be these guys. Let's do
because I took it temporarily off the home page. So at the I don't know if it works the same, but at the very top under the menu bar, or then even under the events right there.
Yeah, where were you looking?
The top menu bar. It's under tools and marketplace, tools and resources.
Okay.
Right there, tools and resources. So I thought this would kind of replicate the same thing, but when I hover over them, it doesn't click.
Let's see if you have it. Let's see if you have it customized on your site, because
it might be some settings, something.
Let's take a look at that together.
Okay.
All right. So that would be. Let's go to the right page. That's going to be under tools and resources. And let's do show widgets. I don't see anything really customized here. Yeah, you do have it customized. I think we can disable it because I don't see anything different here from the thing. I'll just temporarily disable it and see if that will fix it.
Yeah.
Sure it will, and we can get rid of the show widgets view. Yep, there you go. Now you can see the click hand there.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, and everything looks the same as before. So you can just you can delete the disabled one or just keep it disabled.
That sounds great. And last quick question is on the payment for that ebook or the go back to like the homepage for the
Right.
the digital products. Is there a way like either using that feature or in order to enable other payment plan options? Like a portal, can we use if they purchase that or a one-time order? Is there a way we can route funds differently to another Stripe or payment processing, or is it all funneled through one payment portal that's set up on the site?
Yeah, it's all going to go to the main payment gateway that you as the website owner have set up in the admin area to be the payment gateway of the site. So there isn't really a way to funnel funds to an alternate gateway.
Has there ever been inquiries on that, or that's not a high demand or a possibility?
What we've received inquiries on is when users want to create like multi-vendor marketplaces, which are kind of like Etsy's, where they add their own products or services. They get paid through the parent website, such as Etsy, and then they connect their Stripe or their PayPal, and then Etsy pays them out, and Etsy takes a commission as well. For now, we've decided not to go that route because it's a totally different type of software. You have to also take into consideration like chargebacks and fraud and things like that. That's when it's a multi-vendor marketplace. But for you as the website owner, to have alternate gateways, we have to sell your own products. We haven't seen that too much. A workaround, maybe not ideal, is have an alternate website where the websites link to each other, like as a subdomain, so you can have like products.podcastersdirectory.com, and then that website can be on its own alternate payment gateway, and just make the main menus kind of match up, and people won't even realize they're going between the two sites in a way.
Yeah, because we have like 3 of the Brilliant Directory sites. So you're saying use another Brilliant Directory site just to clone it?
Yeah, you might want to just match your header, like the main menu. So, and then what you can do is create like, I don't know what you want to call it, like products.podcastersdirectory.com. And then people will they don't even realize that they're seamlessly going between your www podcasters directory and products.podcasters directory. Just make sure the main menus line up, and and then they won't even know the difference, to be honest.
Okay, that'd be great. All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, you got it. Again, not ideal, but it is an option for a workaround. All right, good stuff there, Rich. Always good to chat with you. See a new name here, Sean. Sean, unmute your microphone.
Okay, can you hear me, Jason?
Yeah, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you very much for helping me out here. I love these podcasts and training. They're awesome. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, I have not published this site yet, and I have a lot of members that have registered, so to speak, and it's very peculiar because most of them are lawyers or something, legal things, but I'm not sure. But is that just normal for that content to show up, or is that just something that's happened to our site?
What we've learned is sometimes somehow these SEO listing. What is the focus of your sites? It's not lawyers, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's disability. Yeah.
There are these SEO companies, and they're paid to get their clients listed on wherever there's a free registration available. A few things. We have an article on how to kind of prevent unwanted signups. I can tell you a few of the common methods to do. One is you can charge $1. That will deter them because they're not going to pay $1. They're looking for sites where it's free to register. Another alternative would be to moderate the free signups, so they could never get the listing published themselves by verifying their email address like you do with a normal free signup. You get that welcome email, you click on the verify your email address, you kind of take that out of their hands, so they can't. So you would manually moderate all the free signups. Alternatively, you could block the IP address if you notice it's a similar IP address. And then lastly, what you can do is you could, this is a next level thing, is you can go to your general settings and go to your integrations tab. And at the top here, you have the spam keywords. You may or may not want to do this, but what you can do is maybe put, if you're noticing similar email addresses, you could block them. Some people don't want people to register with Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, etc. They only want company email, your company email address to be registered. And then lastly, what you can do, and give me one moment here. A lot of these SEO companies are listing their the profiles because they want backlinks or they want the page to get indexed in Google. So one thing you can do that's a little higher level of a deterrent, if these are SEO companies listing their clients on anywhere they could find free signups, is on the profile page. A couple things you can do. Where is it? Give me one moment, I will find it for you. Yeah, here it is. Search for hide member profile from search engines.
Okay.
So what this does is it adds in the code, it adds what's known as like a robots tag, which is no index, no follow, and that tells search engines like Google, don't even index this page in your search results. So if the SEO companies realize that they're just wasting their time adding, because they're manually adding them with images and stuff, if they realize that those pages won't even rank in Google, they might just skip over your site altogether. So that was a little bit of a mouthful of ideas there, but you know, you can, there are a few things you can do in your control to deter them.
Thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much, Jason.
All right, good stuff there. And yeah, we got time for another question here from Tim. Tim, how you doing? Looks like you're self-muted. There we go.
Hi, Jason. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you today?
Good, good, good. So I'm kind of a newbie guy. I was wondering if I could ask a marketing kind of question.
Sure, of course.
So I have a directory, first one that I'm really setting up, and running it alongside a WordPress site. And I'm just because I don't know how to code like you need to code really beautifully, and so I'm just going to match the WordPress site to the best look I can come up with on Brilliant. But in terms of the marketing, so I'm going to be doing something with several different countries, but I realize that you've got to be niche, niche, niche. I was wondering about the wisdom of doing this. Going to one of the smaller countries, going to one of the small regions in that country and put in a few claim listings, and then hit a Facebook group in that area and just ask them to spread the word, because for the next 15 days there's going to be free directory listings for 2 years with no credit cards, and then kind of see how that works, and if that works, then shut down the free stuff and move on to the next region or the next city. Does that sound like something that might work and might be a reasonable way to go?
So that's essentially the Uber strategy, is take over one city at a time and then dominate the world ultimately. So definitely it's always better to focus your energy on smaller niches, especially if you're, you know, a one-man show or a solopreneur and you don't have a big team. If you can focus your energy, you can focus your niche, you can create a more compelling reason, focused reason for those people to join your site, because it seems that it's, I don't want to use the word exclusive, I want to say it's not focused either, but it's for them. So your website is for them. It's an easier pitch on your end to compel them to sign up and join for your service. The what I wanted to share with you is we did do a blog, a tip of the week, 2 of them. First one is what businesses look for before joining your site. So this might be helpful. Also, the claimable listing best practices here. These 2, they're back to back, actually, coincidentally. So I'm going to what paying members expect from your business directory. So this isn't everything, but these are some key things. I'm going to put this in the chat here, so you should get links to this. So I put a link to this one, what paying members expect from your business directory, and that's how you want to these are just some tips. There's more than these, obviously, but just some ideas to help you compel people to join your site. And then here's a link to claimable business listings best practices. Claimable listings should not be your only marketing. It should be a part of your marketing mix. It should be maybe 10 to 15% of what you expect to do for marketing and getting members to join, because you're really just adding a ton of members and hoping a small fraction of them end up converting into claiming their actual listing. So
just to kind of get things started.
Yeah, but you're on the right track, Tim. The more niche allows you to create a better relationship with the people you're pitching to, because it's not a nationwide business directory. It's a directory of Santa Monica, California businesses, and it's an easier pitch for them to relate to what you're offering them. So yeah, I would go that route and take it from there.
Okay, and one last quick question, if I could. What do you think about these folks that are on Upwork and different, freelancer services that are like, oh, I'll populate your directory for $95 and things along that line? Is there concerns about that?
Well, a couple things is they don't need to do they can give you the import file and you can do the importing yourself. So you just give them the template and say, fill this template up, and you go ahead and upload it yourself, Tim. You can import members right here in the sidebar. You just need the CSV file with the data.
I've been through that, and it doesn't look that difficult. So
yeah, so if you're looking for places, if you want to populate your site with business data that you find from third-party sources, they don't need to have access to your admin area. Effectively, they just need to provide you with the CSV file. So all you need to do is give them the template and say, here, fill this up with these fields, and go from there, and then import it to your site yourself.
Okay, very cool. Thank you.
All right, and also with anytime working with a new person, a freelancer, and things like that, for a development or anything like that, what I've learned is it's always good to start slow. It never works when let's say designer development and you hand over a 38-page PDF of every intricate aspect of the final product you're looking to complete. If you can break down your requests and your projects into smaller requests and kind of walk before you run with whoever the new person is, it allows you to get into a rhythm together. It creates a good finish line and scope of the project, so everyone has good morale. There's no black hole of development going on where it's unclear what the task is and what was meant to be delivered. So start small, keep the scopes relatively simple, and set everyone up for good wins. So clear scopes, small wins, and that's going to help you establish a good relationship, because everyone has most people have everyone's best interests in mind and really wants to help. So it's important to set each other up for success, especially when you're working with a new third party, a person to help you with your project. And we'll take another question here from Dale. How are you, Dale?
Yes, I also put my my question in the chat, and so if you could possibly take a look at that and give me a response. It's kind of lengthy, and you'll see there where I signed up for BD several months ago, but due to some severe issues, was never able to set it up, and so I was requesting, maybe to speak with the live person and through tech support and go ahead and get started. But that's been my biggest challenge due to that reason.
Gotcha. Well, sounds like you're doing better. So glad to hear that. So yeah, I think a good step is if you really never worked on your site, you might want to email the support team. Just let them know that you don't have to say that you had an illness or anything, but maybe that you'd like a fresh site launch. And then also, I'm going to put this here for you. Give me one moment. I would recommend being proactive yourself, and also we do have in our support center this getting started area, and we do have the quick setup guide. And there's just like guide 1, 2, 3, and they all have videos with them. I'm going to put that in the chat here, Dale. What I would recommend is maybe going through a few of these. These are very simple things like how to connect your domain, configuring your general settings, working in the design settings to get your home page kind of the way that you want it. Most everything should be point and click, especially with the basic setup of your site. If you have further questions along the way, feel free to email the support team, and they do have like a phone chat option where you can schedule like a 30-minute call or a 1-hour call. I think there's a small fee for that, but that would be a good time to kind of compile your questions together, and then you can get that private one-on-one phone call with someone from our team. And having those questions ready, you can send it to them in advance so they can help maximize the value of your time on the phone with them. So that would be the best way to get rebooted with your site, Dale. And on that note, guys, I think we're just about past the time. We're just at 5 o'clock here. So if we didn't get to your questions, please feel free to ask them in the Facebook group. You can head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. I did mention to a couple of you today to post your follow-up questions in Facebook, so I could follow up with you, just because we have limited time on the webinar. The next webinar will be in 2 weeks. I think that will lead us into the month of September 2021. Wow, this year really has flown by. I hope everyone has been staying safe and is doing well. On behalf of myself and David and the entire Brilliant Directories family, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.